So you actually pitched your idea to Alex Hormozy and paid $5,000 to attend one of his workshops, right? Let's save our audience a couple of $1,000s. What did Alex say to you?
Like business is not that hard.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the MRR Club. And in today's episode, we have a founder that has a SaaS business that's growing so quickly that they don't even really talk about MRR anymore, but rather in ARR, annual recurring revenue, which at this point is around $8 million, which comes around 700,000 ish dollars in MRR. Insane valuable lessons from a founder that grew their first $1 million in ARR in just 90 days. So lots of lessons to learn in this episode. I hope you stick around. Have fun. Now, before we dive into the episode, today's sponsor is BotDog, a tool I've been personally using for quite some time now, and I was really happy to hear they wanted to sponsor the MRR Club. It's an amazing LinkedIn prospection tool that works like a charm. If you've been following me on X, you've seen me sharing the results using BotDog, having a 50% conversion rate, something I don't know about you, but I have never had with cold email outreach. So if you want to start scaling your SaaS with leads on LinkedIn, head over to botdog.co or check the link in the description below. So David, welcome. You've been an entrepreneur since you were 19 years old, founding multiple startups. What key lessons did you learn from those early ventures that influenced your approach with Submagic?
I mean, at the beginning, I have the feeling that I didn't know really much what I wanted to do in my life in terms of what I just wanted to build companies, but I don't know which industry I should pursue my career on and stuff like that. So I would say like I was very open to try things and to be like bullish on different ideas that I had. So I started my career in gambling industry with this company called London Sports Consulting. We built like a different website for sports gambling, sports betting, affiliates, marketing. So it was a really great business, but doing very well. But with this company, I learned about what is customer experience, what is affiliation, what is like influence marketing as well, and also what I wanted to not do in the future, because the hectic of this journey was very tough for me. It was not something I was aligned with. And so it was a great experience, but I wanted to build a product instead of, like, I would say, pushing people play and gamble. I will want to build products to help them make a better life. So each company has been structuring my ideas and my career. And then I moved to Egypt to start a menstrual underwear brand, a periods underwear brand, so a textile brand, totally different. I tried different things. I was very curious, So I went from doing gambling, London, very profitable business, to moving to Egypt, starting textile, totally different margin as well. Very hard businesses, investing a lot of money. Then this experience was not very successful for me, but I learned so much with that. I came back to France. I started Castor, my first software, in an industry that I was not very passionate about, but I learned a lot about building a software, like what you should not do to build a software, a successful one. So I made a lot of mistakes, and then I finally built Submagic, and I knew that Submagic was the right one because I was in an industry that I loved. I was passionate, and I'm passionate about videos. So doing something in a place that you like, and also in a business model that match with the lifestyle you want to have. And software for us was, us is me and my co-founder, was really something that where you can bring the most of value in my opinion, where I can bring a lot of value to people building product and have impact on the world, I would say.
Now, I know a lot of listeners are aspiring founders looking to start a business with a co-founder. And so in this LinkedIn post, you emphasize the importance of selecting the right co-founder. How do you and your co-founder decide to collaborate, and what makes your partnership so effective?
Yeah. So basically, finding a co-founder is for me the most important and the most difficult things to do in a company if you want to start a company with someone. Because finding the right person is like finding, I would say, maybe your wife. It's super hard. And when you have the right one, you can go very far. Sife and I met on a YC co-founder matcher. So Y Combinator have a platform called YC co-founder matcher. And we just said like, okay, this is what I want to do in my life. This is what kind of business I want to build. And do you want to match with me? Like it's a co-founder matcher, like Tinder for entrepreneurs. And then we were pretty much aligned on what we wanted to build. I was looking for a CTO. I was looking for someone with a lot of experience, much older than me. Tive is not much older, he's 37, I'm 28, but he had more experience. I wanted someone with experience about building companies, failing fast, and stuff like that. So we met in Paris, we go for coffee, went for coffee, and we just said the first meeting, we just said like, okay, what is your dream life? Like, what do you want? And we share our ideas. Nothing. We didn't talk so much about business. It was just more about orientation in the life. Are we aligned? And we ask ourselves a lot of questions. Like, do you think we can match? Like, is this the life you want? I want this life. Is this potentially like a match or not? And it was pretty much the case. So we say, okay, now for now we need to see how we work together now. Okay, so instead of like just spending multiple weeks finding an ideas of startup, we say like let's build something quick and simple. Let's build something very small. Okay, just to see how we match together by working. And then we start this idea of Submagic because this was one of my pains that I had as a video creator. So I said like, yeah, I'm making videos. I want to make subtitles on those videos. Like, can we build a tool for me? And then so you build the tool. I'm using it. I'm trying to sell around me, and we see like how you build the tool. You see how I sell it, and then it's a good try. And here we go.
So take us back to the early days of Submagic. So I imagine at one point you and your co-founder thought of the idea of creating Submagic, right? But what specific challenges in video editing did you spot, and how did you validate the demand for such a tool?
First of all, because I am very passionate about videos, I know a lot about videos. Like I know probably much better videos than 99% of people in the world. And I know that because I spend so much time doing videos, editing videos, filming videos, playing with video editors and stuff like that. So I know what I'm talking about. So I was facing a pain and I looked everything on the market. I was facing a pain and I'm a specific user, you know? So I was like, if I have this pain, maybe tons of users like much, I would say beginners than me have a bigger pain because me, I'm very like advanced. I can do a lot of things. And so that's how I find like a potential opportunity. Then how did I find my first customers? How did we find the first customers? This was the second question, right? We found them by typically like just asking yourself like where are the people that could use Submagic are? Like where are they? They are on Instagram, they are on YouTube, they are on LinkedIn, where are they? Oh, they are potentially on YouTube and Instagram because they are making short form content. So they make short form content. So we're gonna contact them. And we start contacting those people, posting a little bit around ourselves on LinkedIn, short form content and stuff like that. And we finally find our first customers very easily, I would say very fast. And this was pretty lucky because I know that this could take a lot of time, but I think we were solving a big pain at a specific time where there were no solution on the market for that.
And I guess you were right because Submagic achieved $1 million in ARR within just shy of 90 days. Can you share the strategies and channels that contributed the most to this rapid growth? I've read about you going all in on influencer and affiliate marketing, but what were some of the best tactics to grow?
I don't have any like secret sauce to be honest, and I would say like short form content really help us. Like we use our own tool to find our first customers because short form is a great opportunity for anyone to like start making videos and touch a lot of people. We didn't have money at the beginning. We didn't have funds to pay to buy customers. So we had to find another solution. And viral content is the case. You can create a piece of content, for example, of this podcast, post it on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, and maybe it's gonna go viral. And if it goes viral, we didn't pay for that. And the algorithm we just push this content in front of people that might be interesting of this. So it's a great advertising for me, and I didn't pay for that. So we use this service. We use that. We post a lot of content on short form on TikTok, and we start making views. And we knew that out of like 20 videos, maybe one or two would be viral. And when one is viral, we know that we're gonna make sales. Easy as this. And I would say maybe this works for us, but maybe LinkedIn could be great because LinkedIn help us as well. LinkedIn at the beginning, we find pretty much like our ICP on LinkedIn, people who are having a business between 1 and 10 employees wanting to make content to develop their business. And LinkedIn, what is it? It's a place to create content. Mike, you create content. So every people on LinkedIn are posting text, they are creating content in a way. It's just text content, it's not video content, but they might be interesting by creating videos as well. And we were seeing the videos, like we believe so much in videos in business in general. So it just makes sense. Like when someone is creating text content, it just makes sense to create video as well.
So you actually pitched your idea to Alex Hormozi and paid $5,000 to attend one of his workshops, right? Let's save our audience a couple of $1,000s. What did Alex say to you?
So Alex, I would say there is two parts. There is the coaching session, because I went there for a coaching class of 2 days. And there is the reason, my personal reason why I went there. I went there because I wanted to maybe collaborate between Submagic and acquisition.com. So regarding the coaching, I would say it was pretty cool. It depends what you are looking for. But in my opinion, you have pretty much everything you need on his YouTube channel already. Like his YouTube channel is full of value and it's free. That's the first point. For those who wants to have like energy of being there, there is an energy there. There is something. He is very charismatic. I learned from the way he was, from the way he organized the event, from the way he structured the speech sales and everything. So this is great. You can get it from there. You also met a lot of people that wants to grow their business. So it's great in a way. I was not looking at that, but it was a cool thing. On the other end, for me, like working with Alex, it didn't ending the way we want it. Like just didn't work. Like that's it. I pitched them. They were not like. We didn't find an agreement or something that could be interesting for him and for us to work together. But at least I tried. And this video leads to me like a lot of great opportunities. It was a great experience. Like so, it was totally worth it. I don't think it's something specific to me, but in general, I would say that Alex has something that I really admire, is that he's really good to like make things simple. Like business is not that hard. He tried to demystify in a way like the business and try to break it down in a simple way. Like what you're looking for is just numbers. Like and the way he sees things make it more easy and make it more simple in general for people. So I like this approach. I like this approach of like just stepping back, looking at that in a big way, like, and it's helping a lot of people, I would say. So this is very impressive.
So I've actually seen your awesome vlog about running a remote team, and it's even titled "How Making My Company Remote Got Me to 7 Figures." So what would you say were the best practices you've implemented to maintain productivity and company culture at Submagic?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and I to be honest, I don't feel it. It's so strange for me because I'm used to it. But I know for a lot of people around us, they say like, "Why? How do you operate your team? Like being all over the world without seeing them?" And that's so strange. How do you control them? Do you ask a lot of questions? How do you know they are working? Like, okay. So first of all, you need to have a strong like belief and confidence about your team. You need to be someone who needs to let it go and be like confident about people. First things, if you're not this guy and you want to control everything, this is going to be hard. Secondly, you need to find people that because people who work at Submagic, they need this life. They are looking for this kind of life where they can work from everywhere in the world and they can work on a project that they really like feed them. That's what they are looking for. They're not looking to have a 9 to 5 job. They're looking to push themselves. They're looking to learn. And we don't want to block the limit from the where you are. Like, oh, you live in South Africa? Not possible to work with Submagic. I'm sorry, because we have an office. No, we believe that great talents are everywhere. And we want to work with the best of the world. So why not finding them? And for us, like our job, our work that we do, building software, and Mike, you know this well, you don't need, for me, you don't need an office. That's my point. That's my belief. And another SaaS founder will tell you the exact opposite. For me, with the lifestyle I want, with the team that we have, the type of people that work with Submagic, we like this way. And it's really hard because you need to find those people, because sometimes we can want to hire someone, it's not matching with the mindset of the company, it's not working, and this can damage the whole team. So it's really important to find specific people that match with this mindset, that are very independent, a lot of ownership, and yeah, and finally, what is cool about Submagic as well is not only like, of course, it's amazing to be working from everywhere because you can do whatever you want, but every year, once a year, we do a seminar. Last year, we were in Italy in a great house for a week with all the team. We flew everyone in Italy to have fun. And this year, we just came back from Thailand. All the team were in Thailand, and we had a great time just by seeing each other together. And to be honest, yes, Mike, you're right. This brings an amazing energy, and I want to do that maybe a bit more with potentially not all the company, but maybe all the marketing team together, the product team together, and something like that. So yeah.
All right, so let's dive into the numbers now. In this post from 1 year ago, you mentioned hitting 1 million users. What is your current MRR?
So we are close to 8 million ARR. We grew very fast. We are aware of that. We did the 0 to 1 million ARR in 90 days. So this was impressive because we communicate a lot about that at the beginning, because the million ARR was something like, wow, you did a million ARR. That's great. But we did it in 90 days with 3 people. And that was pretty impressive. So we talk about it. Now we are growing. We're still growing fast. It's great. But I'm trying to not fixing I don't like fixing ARR goals, because I don't want to have my happiness depending on a business goal in that way. So I'm preferring talking about numbers of customers that I had or stuff like that. It might be a bit stupid, but I don't have any specific goals. We are doing a great job, more the ARR will grow, not logically. So yeah.
All right, so let's move on to your favorites. What's your favorite software?
I love Loom. I'm a Loom lover, like Loom / Notion, but Loom is my favorite. I would have loved build Loom because I love videos, and I think Loom is it's a product. Sorry for my language, but it's an amazing product. You use Loom as well.
What about your favorite book or podcasts?
So I don't read book, unfortunately. I would love to start reading, but I don't. I listen podcast. I like My First Million podcast. I think it's cool. I like the podcast of Scott Galloway, this kind of guy in the US who has. I like Samir in Colin Samir for content creation. Those kind of people. It's a mix, and I've got some French podcasts as well. And I'm not only listening business podcasts. I'm listening to a lot of podcasts regarding sports as well, video games. Different things
All right, David, thank you so much for this awesome interview. Last up, where can people find more about you?
LinkedIn, maybe YouTube some of the times when I want to create a videos, but I'm not posting so much on YouTube, just for fun. But yeah, LinkedIn, I'm trying to post sometime when I have an idea of something I want to share. But I'm not the best to follow, to be honest. But I love creating content. I just don't really have the time, but I love to do it. My friend Guillaume Moubesh from Lemlist, he's running a $30 million and he's doing great. A lot of content. So I think it's just creating content takes me a lot of energy, and I like doing it. It's my hobbies. So if I can live from creating content, I will love doing that. So doing it as a job, for my business, it takes me a lot of time. I want to do it perfectly. I like doing it. So for me, it's not very efficient, I would say. So I have different focus today.
Awesome, David. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike.